I want those children to see the anger in my eyes. You think I'm acting strange? You want to start spreading rumors about me like you spread about my son? I know you watch me, and I want you to know I see you.
This is Adrielle Sigler, and she's crazy. Let me check your phone. I had a dream you were cheating crazy. I'm gonna throw a brick through your window and stalk you and your happily married wife for 10 years crazy. And then I'm going to gaslight you. And everything you know about yourself, about the world, about the universe, the cosmos, all of what's to come, it's meaningless in the face of this crazy lady, bro. To go a little bit more into context, she's a pathological liar that documents her life on TikTok. And today we're going to be analyzing her TikToks while also ranking her on a crazometer. Also, the research comes from Austin. Alright, so like I was saying, Austin Green also has a great videos on this just in case y'all want to check that out. That's where I got the research from, so videos right there.
My son had to stay after school. It is 5 o'clock. He's still not home. He had issues with Spanish class. He's gonna stay after to finish an assignment and leave when it's done. It's 5 o'clock. I still haven't heard from my son. He hasn't walked home. He hasn't called for a ride. I'm blowing up his phone. I don't know where he is. I called the school and no one answered. His phone goes to voicemail. So now I'm gonna drive to the school and see if I can find him. I really hope someone answers the door. No one's in the office. No one's here. I don't know what else to do. I've exhausted my resources. I'm gonna have to call the freaking cops. I'm gonna run home and confirm he's not home. And if he's not home, I have to call the cops. I just pulled over. My son is calling me. Where are you?
I'm on that street by that old school.
Okay, but where are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Just pick me up.
What? Where are you? He hung up. Call 911. I'm on the way. What school are you by? Where are you? What school? Jefferson or Rogers?
No, Rogers. Yeah, I'll just.
Okay. I will be right there. Call 911. Okay. I just got here and he's not here. I called 911. They said they have no one available. Where are you? I am at the school and you're not here.
I'm coming to you. Back up your car a little bit.
I had to hang up my call with 911 because they said they have no one available and I can't find my son. What happened?
Alright, here's a couple things I noticed. Isn't it a little bit convenient that she had enough time to pull over, park her car, already has a second camera set up, recording the situation because me too, you know, I'm just riding around with a camera in the front of my car pointing towards me, not a dash cam pointing towards the road. Yeah, I just have that ready for any old regular day. Yeah, and she does this all in time to still be able to answer the phone while her son calls, right? On top of that, you telling me your son, who's in immediate danger, right? Mom, help me! Help me! Is picking up the phone and then giving you some ambiguous answer, bro. Do you recall what bro said? She was like, where are you? He said, oh, I'm east of the south border. Follow the tides of the wind. Eventually you too can prosper, right? And then hangs up the phone. Hangs up the phone. That's like me being trapped in the middle of nowhere and I'm like, help, it's cold, I need help. And then they're like, where are you? And I'm like, the black wind whispers at midnight. And then I hang up the phone. Also, isn't it convenient that she showed the conversation with her son, but she didn't show the conversation with 911? For a lady, from the perspective of a lady that's looking for the maximum amount of views on her video, I'm just saying, I feel like that would do it. Looks like my phone agrees with me too. I'm gonna rate this a 4.5 out of 10 because did she make up a fake story? Yes, she did, right? But nobody got hurt, right? Nobody's profiting from this. Nobody's getting injured. Nobody's life is being ruined, right? All she really did was waste the 911's operator's time. Anyway, she follows up the video with this.
My son has a chipped tooth now because of this kid right here. This is where my son was assaulted and almost lost his life. I thought they were in that new splash pad. They were actually right here in a very old swimming pool that once existed in the 1950s. It was a very dangerous place to attack someone and jump someone. They're surrounded by woods. They led him down here. This boy did the most damage. This boy ran off with my son's new pair of Nike Jordans. This boy kept kicking my son while he was down and ripped off my son's Gold chain. My son thinks they took the chain, but in the event it fell off his neck, I'm over here searching for it. My son almost lost his life right here. He almost lost his life today. And then he was threatened that if he tells anyone who these boys are, there were 9 of them. If this kid said, if you ever tell anyone who we are and what we did, we're coming for your house tonight. I know who some of them are because my son goes to school with them and I saw them right here sitting on this porch. Just slowed down. They sprinted. The minute they saw my car, they sprinted across the street, ran in the bushes. I followed them with my car. And then they finally slowed down and they said, "What?" This kid got an attitude. "What? What's going on?" I said, "You know exactly what's going on. Give me the
This lady may be crazy, but she is funny. She said, I said, you know exactly what's going on. You keep talking to me, I'll hit you with one of these. Why, yada. I ain't gonna lie, she is funny.
attitude. What? What's going on? I said, "You know exactly what's going on. Give me the shoes and give me his chain." Then they started to run. They ran. This one played it off longer than expected. He just was like, "Is everything okay? Is everything okay?" And it turns out he's the one who did the most damage to my son.
So these kids were jumping her son. So these kids, they just got done taking her son to Pound Town. She pulls up. Skirt! Pulls up. It's like, "Hey, why, yada?" Here's what I find so funny, right? By her standards, she just hit a reverse lick, right? They just hit a lick on her son, right? It was like, "I'm gonna need that. Give me a chain. Give me a chain." Twizzy yanked it, went on, right? She pulls up in a whip. Skirt! "Hey, son, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna need that back. You feel me? I'm gonna need that chain. I'm gonna need them shoes. You feel me?" Right? And then they were like, "Ah, leave me alone. I'm so scared." Like, the way she was describing it, like they were in a 1940s high school movie, and the bully's like posted up bullying some nerd. He's like, "Ah, give me your money," and he's like, I don't wanna. And she pulls up like, "Scram! Oh, wait, bully, I'm gonna need that too." Snatches his fucking AP, snatches his Cuban link right off his neck. Ah, he falls, pumples. She saw her 4.10 and she said, "I can do better." She's like the LeBron of crazy women. She saw she wasn't locked in, you know, and she made the mental decision right then and there to switch up, right? We're gonna be giving her a 8.4 out of 10 because realistically speaking, she just named off all of these kids and where they stay at, right? She literally doxed them to her followers. She knows how people on the internet are. Tried to get them arrested. That is crazy. But she knows that's not what happened, and she still tried it. I'm not gonna give her anything higher because realistically speaking, yes, she tried to ruin the lives of 9 random boys, but later in the video she says it's 11, so you know what I'm saying? But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, she's doxing them, she's trying to ruin their lives because she's not the best person, but she's not gaining anything financially, and nobody's been physically harmed, so we're gonna keep it at 8.4 on a crazy old meter.
I have put this GoFundMe together. The link is in my bio. Our lives are in danger. We have to move as soon as possible. I just paid my rent until September 1st. So I'm paid up until the end of August, but I cannot stay here anymore. I am in a very scary situation. A situation I hope no one ever has to be in. A situation where our lives are being threatened, our house is being threatened to be broken into. I'm in a situation where a group of young boys, some were older teenagers who were in high school, some were age 15, 16. They are waiting for my son. Some of the kids, there were 9 of them, who go to school with my son and they're threatening him in school. I have to pull my son out of school now and homeschool him. He was robbed, he was brutally assaulted, and I need to move as soon as possible. I cannot give my new location away. I'm putting a GoFundMe together. If you don't want to help, you don't have to. If it bothers you that I just want to be living somewhere safe, I don't know what else to do at this point. I just had my whole car fixed. I took my kids back to summer shopping. I paid my rent for 4 months. I am now down to X amount of dollars. I'm not going to say how much money I have left, but I'm going to tell you right now it is not enough to move. And I don't even know if I'd get approved if I apply to rent somewhere. I don't want to stay in the state of New York because teenagers do not get arrested in this state. They walk the streets. It's terrifying here. So I'm going to move to a different state that holds children accountable for committing crimes such as threats to take someone's life, assaults. I have to go back to the hospital now. I have a family member and my son in the emergency room with a police officer looking after him. They suggested I go back and look for that gold chain that may have been ripped off and thrown around in the pool, but it was not there. It was stolen. I just want to move as soon as possible because our lives are at risk.
Yeah, this lady This lady right here, she tried to ruin the lives of 9 children, right? For $30,000. Now, this might seem like a lot of money, but also, she says she lives in New York.
I don't want to stay in the state of New York because teenagers do not get arrested in this state.
The median price of rent in New York is $4,200, right? 30,000 divided by 4,200 gives you 7.14, which means she just tried to ruin the lives of 9 children for 7 months worth of rent. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is, bro. You don't get a chance at life. You don't get a chance at life. You don't get a chance at life. You want to get them locked up? You want to get 9 random children locked up over this? You're mad because they still have a life. And you want 7 months worth of rent as compensation for your son's injuries. Listen, y'all keep watching in the video and y'all gonna find out what really happened. Y'all gonna find out, because I can't say, I want to say some more things to give y'all some more context, but I can't. Alright? So you're gonna have to be a good kid and watch to the end of the video. Hell no, nigga. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Y'all want to get the information, y'all gonna have to keep watching. Adrielle point blank said that S went to the fight with her ex-best friend over a girl. Anti asked her, why did he get jumped? And the above statement was her answer. Wake up, people. She's repeatedly lied for days now, making videos, then dirty deletes. Alright, to basically summarize what's going on. Some lady from her TikTok live basically makes a post on Reddit, right? Saying that she lied about the whole situation. And then her son got into a fight with his ex-best friend about a girl, right? And that, to me, that's crazy. Here's why. That means she was posted up in a room like this. Right? How dare they? My son hit him first, and then he got jumped. No, never again will I stand for this. I'm going to need $30,000. Like, what are you talking about?
That her son wasn't attacked and actually went to go fight his ex-best friend over a girl.
Now, you might be asking, so she's called lying multiple times. You might be asking, Destin, what did she do next? She doubled down. She said, I double dog dare you. Check this out.
You know what makes criminals uncomfortable? Looking them in the eye. You know what makes criminals second guess their actions? Looking them in the eye. You think I'm talking strangely? Acting strangely? My behavior is odd? I want those children to see the anger in my eyes. I'm beyond sad. I'm furious. And I'll talk to each single one of them without even blinking. That story about my father was from the year 2014. And it's so sorry that that happened to him. You think I'm slurring? You think I'm acting strange? You want to start spreading rumors about me like you spread about my son? I know you watch me. And I want you to know I see you. I know those kids watch me on here. And I know they're threatening me every day and I see them. Every time I think about those kids, the threats they made to my son, the assault my son went through, I get put into a fight or flight. And I have to tell you one thing. I'm so angry, I can't even blink. You think this is fake? You think this is a scam? You think this is staged? You think I'm living some bougie life? Yeah? Now back to you, and you know who you are. Do you know how difficult it is for someone like me to have to open my social media and see my son be assaulted in the thumbnail picture?
Okay, if you don't want your son to get bullied online, I got an idea. This is gonna sound crazy. Now, I know I just talk sometimes. That's what I do. I look at cameras in an empty room and I talk. I know I might just be talking, but maybe don't post your son online. If you don't want to see pictures of your son online and video of your son online, don't post them online. But that's just a suggestion, man. I mean, what do I know? Alright, so people saw this video and then they came out with additional information, so we just gonna go through that real quick. Alright. CBeyond28 from Reddit says, Adrielle's son has faced legal issues in the past due to fighting and arson. Recent investigations suggest additional involvement in criminal activities, prompting Adrielle to lie about the incident and seek funds to relocate her son because he's gonna be investigated for allegedly essaying. Hold up, what? 4 girls. While it's concerning that he faced retaliation, it's important to note he instigated the initial conflict by throwing the first punch. Yeah, so that means he pulled up. Bro pulled up to the scene and was like, Mika, Maka, Moka, Moka. Didn't even have to happen, right? It's important to note that he instigated the initial conflict by throwing the first punch and agreeing to fight one of the girl's older brothers that allegedly he essayed.
I beg your pardon?
Boy, he would have got jumped too. Oh my goodness, he would have got jumped too. Adrielle's comparison of this incident to Sandy Hook is repulsive given that the vastly different scale of events. I find it very disrespectful and revolting to compare it to that when her son walked away with minor scratches. Adrielle's portrayal of the incident is exaggerated. Her claims about her son's ear dangling is far-fetched. It remains intact and okay. And his torn and destroyed shirt, that she said she would be turning into a crop top for herself is just to get money out of the situation. She also mentioned her son nearly lost his life, yet he wasn't even hospitalized. All of this raises questions about the true nature of the GFM. What exactly does she intend to buy with such a significant amount of other people's money? 30K is excessive, especially when she's been discussing rentals, which don't require such funds for relocation. One of the moms of one of the daughters that he SA calls out the mother with this. Adrielle Sigler, truth travels fast. You wanted justice. Well, so do the other mothers of the girls your son victimized. Don't worry. These girls have an army behind them, and I will do everything in my power to teach my own that what she's going through will be hard at first, but she will rise. All the girls will rise and be stronger than before, 1,000 times stronger. And then you enjoy your freedom because remember, my daughter was at your house under your care, right? And you allowed this to happen, right? Mother of the year award goes to none other than Adrielle Sigler. One of the moms of one of the daughters that he SA calls out the mother with this. Adrielle Sigler, truth travels fast. You wanted justice. Well, so do the other mothers of the girls your son victimized. Don't worry. These girls have an army behind them, and I will do everything in my power to teach my own that what she's going through will be hard at first, but she will rise. All the girls will rise and be stronger than before, 1,000 times stronger. And then you enjoy your freedom because remember, my daughter was at your house under your care, right? And you allowed this to happen, right? Mother of the year award goes to none other than Adrielle Sigler. They didn't even really pummel him, keeping the book. Because it was minor scratches. He wasn't even hospitalized. They hit him with some why-I-yada and start scratching him. Right. Do you know how crazy this makes the situation? She started a GoFundMe to raise money for her diddied out son. She started a GoFundMe to raise money for the Diddler Jr. Oh, nah, bro. And then she's taking 7 months worth of rent so she could relocate. You want to relocate? First month deposit is $4,000. I mean, for rent is $4,200. First month's deposit might be $4K too. You could have stretched it out maybe $10K. Maybe get some moving supplies, get some new things for the house. But you added an extra. You added an extra $22K. Extra $22K from 8 bands. Why?